So we go through this incredible list that Stan and MagmaChem has put together over many years of studying this planet and seeing these anomalies in the data reoccurring. We put them all together to give an idea of how we're going to get through this semester or this webinar series of how really the UDH model that is finally being taught for the first time publicly through MagmaChem Research Institute. It provides a potential solution to all this stuff. It's not an anomaly that you shelf anymore. Bring them back in, apply a model that can accept those, and in your experience, you've seen time and time again, the model not only uses them, but it's actually key information to make the right prediction.
It's specific and it's predictive. And if you take all those anomalies we just went through, if you're intellectually honest, you're going to have a hard time believing in the original conventional oil model that's out there that you learned in the textbooks. You're going to have to start thinking about another way to look at things. And as we went along, we were looking for that alternative explanation. So we wind up building it as we solved each anomaly in detail.
So it opens up the scale, and that's the biggest thing about where we're going with this whole presentation. Not only can we use all of these, wild things that we see in geologic rock record to try to help us find something of economic value, we can use it now, but you got to open up your scale. You can't just be basin focused, and you certainly can't just be postage stamp where your acreage is focused. For you to really understand that the mantle and the crust is fully integrated from rock to rock process, the full process. You got to.
Well, that little inset there, go over to your right. Yeah. No, stop right in there. You look at that thing, that whole thing needs to be regarded as a petroleum system, because if you do the classic model, the source is down here in these peridotite layers, and then they get mobilized through various tectonics. And then once they cross the supercritical boundary, which we've got in that little dashed line up there, that's where you get the reactions to turn it into oil, and then bingo. You get typical basin traps, but you got to be looking out in those crystalline rocks because they can have oil in them too, depending on what the local geology is.
Well, at the end of the day, we're trying to find in this little reservoir in the basin, where is the biggest bang for my time and attention or my buck? You got to know where that system's coming from in order to have the highest possible resource you could find, the biggest and best.
Simple answer that the Russians have known for years, decades. It's known as the Korzinski rule. And basically they say that in their observations of oil reservoirs, they tend to be stacked. And the deeper you go, the more alkane it gets and the bigger it gets. So we've only been exploring the tops of these systems.
Wow.